10 seconds to go.
Test.
5 seconds. Reserve time.
Clinks.
Dyer's ban. Ten seconds to go. 5 seconds. Reserve time. Radiance ban. Ten seconds to go. Dyer's ban. Ten seconds to go. 5 seconds. Reserve time. Radiance ban. Ten seconds to go. 5 seconds. Reserve time. Radiance pick. Ten seconds to go. 5 seconds. Reserve time.
Hello everyone, and welcome to RD2L Season 7 playoffs between Tr14l and M4ngoboys, Battle of Elite Speak. Okay, they haven't remaked. But right through the draft, Challenger picked up a line in the Clink Swim Clinks. Unusual pick, but if I'm not mistaken, Challenger have been busting that out throughout the a little bit more in the season than most. Checked out above, I guess. Ngoboys bringing out Venge, Err0r support duo, probably an offlane Undying, so pretty aggressive, I think. Pair of supports with an offlaner should work well. Err0r Venge, lots of crowd control, pair of stuns, Undying, just obnoxious as hell in the early game. As for bans, we got the usual Disco Horse ban, Helicopter
10
Man,
seconds to go.
the absolute classic ban, Wyvern, strong support,
5 seconds.
wins games, Shadow Fiend, of course, Shadow Fiend being Shadow Fiend, Challenger, ban out Lina the Bloodseeker, Lina, again, other strongest mid other than pretty much Lash in this patch, Bloodseeker,
10 seconds
just generally
to go.
annoying to deal with. Drow, bit of a strange ban,
Dyer's
especially given at that point they would have had Venge and a melee, but it's fine.
Radiance ban.
Co-op. As for Challenger, Mangoboys picked up the Spirit Breaker, which this is a weird draft because they have theoretically 3 offlaners with the Err0r, the Undying, and the Spirit Breaker.
10 seconds to go.
Not really any obvious carry or even mid heroes, so
5 seconds.
maybe mid Spirit Breaker, who knows? Maybe mid Venge even, or
Dyer's ban.
Challenger, they pick up the Tiny Wisp duo, so should be interesting to see how that plays out. Tiny Wisp, always a good combo. But currently, Mangoboys are a little bit vulnerable, and
10 seconds to go.
I know it's kind of strange in this draft, but Challenger could pick up a techies so far.
Pick.
3 melee heroes and Venge shoes, not the greatest at clearing lines. Although, especially being an agi hero, she just will. I guess she has the armor to deal with it later on, but techies could be a good pickup for Challenger. As much as nobody wants to see techies except for maybe me, they could pick it up.
10 seconds to go.
Mangoboys, 10 seconds left and only 8 seconds in the reserve time.
5
so
seconds.
They're running, and they picked up Ricky,
Dyer's
so
pick.
4 melee and a ranged. This definitely would be a good techies pick. Mangoboys coming out with an extremely weird draft. The Ricky, the Spirit Breaker, and Dying. Lots of gank potential, but I don't know how that's gonna play out into an actual match.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds. Reserve time.
Challenger, as I said, techies would be so ideal in this situation, but probably not the pick.
Ten seconds to go.
They're running out of time. This seems like the hardest techies pick of their
5
life,
seconds.
boys. Viper. That's totally not techies, but a good tanky hero. Again, Viper's just obnoxious the entire game, and I guess with Clink's gonna provide. They just have a lot of good damage coming out, and Tiny Wisps is just gonna be very mobile around the map. Why can't I find their team?
10 seconds to go.
So this is my first game casted in Reborn,
5
so
seconds.
I have no idea how this is gonna pan out. Like even, yeah, my keybind isn't even set up for that.
Places, everyone.
So, press K, see what happens. Okay, this is broken. Fantastic. Let's try reconnecting. As expected, Reborn technical issues because new things. Try restart. Launch quickly because it's fast. I'm gonna check out my brownies shortly. Okay, I'm back. Still can't click on anybody.
30 seconds to showtime.
So, I'm excused that there's gonna be genuinely no info.
And here we go.
Maybe. I don't know. So, Earthshaker rose, so one bounty
Radiant on one
piece.
side, Dire on the other.
I can't check items either. It's gonna be less than ideal. That's it, but okay. As we'll go through intros, we have Zap on the Clinks, we got Rose on the Wisp, Rainmaker on the Tiny, and Reborn just crashed. Okay, we got a crash again.
Oh, good.
Okay, I was saying Cypher on the Lion, Hope on the Viper, and as for M4ngoboys, Thalbor on the Ricky, Phones on the bench, Cack on the Earthshaker's in the wrong side of town. He's gonna Oop, he's gonna salve. One more right click, yeah, he's dead. So first blood goes Tiny. It's mid lane. Cac got in a really strange place.
First
We
time
got
for everything.
Montel on there. Spirit Breaker charging in. Cancels before he gets there. And finally we have Imp strip board on the Undying. This game's not gonna be fun to cast. It's like Spirit Breaker apparently is not part of any team, according to UI. Even Earthshaker got in a bad place. Again, Spirit Breaker's invis here, but not gonna do much. Can't even see the down anything. This is awful. I can click on the ages, maybe that'll help. Oh, now I can. Cool, I fixed it maybe. A little bit. Oh, Earthshaker dies again in the mid lane.
Radiant's mid tower's
Okay,
coming
box.
apart.
Okay, I can box drag over. Cool. So Spirit Breaker, his charge, Spirit Badge, level 2. Melee creep, nope. 1 point DK, 2 points Tombstone. Bring up CS, 13-1 for the Tiny in the mid lane. This offlane Viper is getting work done. He's 10-6. The range creep definitely making most of it happen. Lion is dead.
Hands off.
1 point Earthspike, 1 point Hex. Gonna probably 2 point on float. Earthspike. So let's see what this Earthshaker not really good. Earthshaker is doing he gets stunned up. He's gonna get the high tether. Nope. I think he's looks like he's gonna fake fissure. Now he's gonna enchant totem. Gonna come in for the big CS. Bench heading probably to stack and maybe grab that top rune or bottom rune. Pardon me. Yeah. With terror. So just under the wisp and gonna get the bounty.
A gift from the goddess.
I only have one. And so ready to get the runes. Fissure comes in. Doesn't quite get the CS. I only have a single. Spirit Breaker. Just sapping XP.
There's only one?
Yeah. I know. Check the brownies. Spirit Breaker, just zapping XP up here. Undying as well. Level 4. I think it's level 5. 1000 gold for just soaring. Alright. Ricky. Level 3, but he's getting quite dominated in this lane. This sentry's being super effective again against Ricky. Good planning by Zypher coming in with that sentry right away. He's gonna get nope. So finally managing being picked up. Not much action happening right now. Earthshaker, he has a bottle. He's flying out boots. Or walking out, I guess. 5 minutes in, we still got a walking courier on the Radiant side. Lion, he's making an aggressive walk. Could look to kill Kaki. He's got no mana, but he does get that regen rune. They could be setting up for the Zypher's in good place. He starts off with a Hex. Stun comes out from both. They stack the stuns, toss back. That's a dead Earthshaker. Really good rotation from Zypher to get that kill. And some good farm. A good kill
Radiant's
for
mid tower
the
could use a hand.
Tiny to get some farm. Spirit Breaker rotates in again to get some XP. He's not finished treads because it's one hero. Still brown boots. 200 gold. Sitting on. Wisp gets the illusion rune. Probably one of the worst in the game, I think, for a Wisp to grab. Err0r comes in, fissure right away. Missed that CS. Ping out coming. Where stun comes out on Earthshaker.
Radiant's top
But no
tower's
follow up.
taking hits.
Charge coming in from the Spirit Breaker onto the Clinks. But he's gonna cancel it. Lion did TP defensively, probably to protect the Clinks, but nothing's gonna happen. Ricky doing very poorly in this lane, only 7 CS at the 7-minute mark, so only 3 denies as well, so not getting the work done he needs to. Yeah, M4ngoboys not having the greatest start to this game, it doesn't look like. Tr14l definitely have the better draft and even better, just better lanes in general. Like, I don't know what M4ngoboys lanes are. Like, I guess it's just work. They're diving into this tower. Sun comes out, another toss. Err0r still bottling up, trying to live. He's actually maybe jukes. Yeah, and Tiny gets stunned up, but not gonna have much follow up. Tiny has to walk around the fissure. His charge comes in onto the Lion, stun comes out onto the Spearbreaker. Then Avalanche toss kills the Venge. Spearbreaker is boxed in. Space Cow is gonna fall, and other cow Err0r's gonna escape from this aggression, but not without some casualties and just sneaky obs placement by the Wisp. As he goes to get that top rune, he's completed an Err0r as well, so, and he's about to hit level 6 in the bounty immediately, else one more wave, yeah, and he's gonna hit level 6 as soon as he activates that. So Wisp, level 6, has relocated online. Not that they really need to make stuff happen yet with this. Tiny has his point booster for his bags, so on the way for that. Spearbreaker is charging in on the Wisp, but he's gonna cancel. Just accelerated TP from base. They do ping up the Wisp, looking Err0r. I think they're gonna look to go aggressive on Wisp. Undying. Undying's actually dying top. One more right click, but not quite enough. Clinks, that's probably when Clinks is failing in my opinion, is just he's always has that one more right click feel to getting kills. Ricky's also rotated here mid. They're really committing a lot to this Wisp kill. And Wisp and Tiny, I think, are gonna sniff it out and go defensive Lion. Again, no sentry here now, but I think they sense that Ricky's gone missing, and they're gonna actually farm just it's a single stack, and then nothing else. So just a single stack. They're gonna farm that up. Tiny, I'm going to box select again. Tiny, 1500 gold, so he's halfway to his eggs with the point booster he already has, so making good progress on that. Viper going for probably a mech after the Bassi. He could be going. He could be going Vlad's actually.
Mid tower's coming apart.
That would be unusual, but could work. Tiny Wisp. I said relocate for a few minutes here. Hasn't looked to be aggressive with it. Tiny's just still farming up. The Venge wants to get aggressive, but she only has tangos. She's extremely poor. And Err0r comes in, fissures off the Tiny, but not quite the target I think they were looking for. They really would want the Wisp, because they can burst it down. They're gonna actually do the shortest relocate gank onto this Venge. Toss, Avalanche, 2 right clicks and 1 charge that's gonna fall. The charge coming in from the Spearbreaker, but the Lions there's Ricky's there too. Wisp picks up the bounty rune, relocate back 10 feet, and actually Tiny's still chasing. Dire Courier falls to the Ricky, who gets aggressive. Again, they're gonna turn on to try and find that, but again, Ricky just gonna stealth way into the shadows.
Use a little help.
As for while that was going on, Dire's mid tower taking a little damage. Sun comes in from the Err0r, slow down. Avalanche comes in, charge comes in onto the Wisp. Ricky's in here, smokes. Echo Slam comes in, kills the Wisp. Lion comes in, stuns up the Spearbreaker. Viper's gonna TP and get 1 right click onto the Err0r, but nothing else is gonna happen. They're gonna right click down that C tree, and Err0r's actually gonna TP to the top lanes, farm a bit. Viper's gonna take down that tombstone easy, and then they're gonna get an avalanche onto the Undying, but no follow up, no stun. Lion had mana, and I think Stun was probably off cooldown, but hard for me to tell. Given the current state of this game, well, current state of Reborn, really. I think I've only had this bug happen once in old client. Clink's just roaming around. He has treads, has medallions, so he's going for medallion instead of Deso, which is not a bad item build. In all fairness, it's cheaper, gives you some mana regen, and allows you to be pretty aggressive fairly early. Avalanche comes in, no toss, so they're just zoning out the, like right now it's the Undying, but just zoning out whoever's there with Avalanche to harass. Earthshaker has rotated around with an illusion rune, looking to maybe fissure off the Wisp, but not gonna happen. They're just gonna retreat. Wisp's gonna go with Spot Rune, Bounty. Earthshaker's gonna use his illusions to bait a little, but gonna see right through that one. Mana drain to kill one, easy. Got one right click. Blink, aggressive blink toss. Avalanche is gonna kill, and a finger by Zypher to get the kill. Zypher going for the kill steal, aggressive blink, and actually Spearbreaker is charging on Clink's top. Ult, Dust gets popped, ult onto the Clink's gonna pop him back. They're gonna totem, they're gonna stun lock him. Wisp's gonna relocate him with Tiny to try and get the kill. They're actually maybe get the return on this Spearbreaker, yeah they are. 5-7 relocate, can they catch the Earthshaker? It's actually gonna break the tether, and actually Tiny's just gonna farm. You could blink, no, Earthshaker's just gonna TP, or pardon me. Ben's gonna TP bottom, Earthshaker TP mid. Ben still no boots at this point in the game. Ricky actually dies to Viper here in this top lane. I don't think it's Sentry, just maybe a bit of a misplay. Earthshaker's gonna fissure up the Wisp, but he doesn't have much mana. He's nearing his Blink Dagger actually, so given he was mid lane, his, and even a couple deaths, 2 kills have managed to upset him. Offset that to permit him to have some amount of farm. Wisp's gonna miss all these CFs here, which is not bad. As for Tiny, he did go blink instead of finishing his eggs quickly, which blink on Tiny when you have a Wisp is somewhat uncommon, because the blink is somewhat as a crutch to get around the fact that you have shitty movement speed, or you have shitty mobility in general as a Tiny, but blink, as we saw with the Undying kill on mid, can be a extremely potent combo. Undying actually falls up here in the top lane, I guess, to Clink's. Not being able to click the people at the top is a challenge. They're just gonna right click down this tower. Spearbreaker, relocate actually bottom. Vanda's gonna die, and Ricky's here, gets dusted up. Ulti comes in, Spearbreaker is charging it onto the Lion. Ricky's gonna fall, Lion, Avalanche is gonna happen. Relocate out for the Wisp, and the stun tossed, and that's gonna be a dead Spearbreaker. The no team Spearbreaker gonna TP back to base from Lion immediately. Tiny pops his one, and he's now only 700 gold away from his Aghanim's just needs the Blade of Alacrity.
Radiant's top towers.
My brain is failing me. Yeah, Blade of Alacrity. Wisp, mana boots. Interesting picking up the mana boots instead of treads, which are pretty normal actually on Wisp, given that he is a strength hero. Relocate him from Wisp. Wisp's gonna fall actually. Actually not a relocate, just a TP. Spearbreaker's charging the Viper. Lion's coming in aggressively, gets a stun up on the Earthshaker, swapped by the bench onto the Lion. Lion's gonna finger the bench. Bench is gonna fall to the Clink's arrow. Stun comes in on the Earthshaker, on the Viper from the Spearbreaker. Stun comes in, gonna kill the bench, or pardon me, the Lion, and they're also gonna take down the Viper. So 4-for-1 trade, not bad for MfoNgoboys given their unorthodox laning. They were able to get a decent amount of kills from that Clink's in the zone. DK is gonna go hit the Clink's, just take a bit of strength away. This is a pretty tanky Undying right now, 1200 HP versus Clink's. Oh, also 1200, but Death Path is gonna expire. That's gonna make that a problem. That said, MfoNgoboys are winning the map control battle. They've taken mid and the top tower, and this bottom tower is only 444 HP, so one more decent push is going to make that fall. But Earthshaker does have his Blink Dagger now, so good mobility there. He's level 11, so level 2 Echo Slam also online, so good amount of fight and blink ability. Stun comes in, blinks away, or blinks in, just to be annoying. Just gonna totem some creeps. Venge does have tranquil boots finally, which is pretty poor if we look at net worth in general. 1900 gold, so she's even 600 gold behind the position 5 Lion. As for general net worth, Tiny top of the charts, 8300 gold. He has his eggs complete, just needs it flown out to him. Clink's 5600 gold, so he has good, decent net worth so far. Has medallion. Looks like he's going for a Desu as well for just maximum negative armor.
Trouble brewing at Radiant's bottom tower.
And Earthshaker 5800 gold, which only really is Tread's blink. Again, a bit of a one-man pony with that blink dagger. Charge comes in and onto the line. Zypher's gonna fall. He's gonna get actually a triple stun. He's still gonna fall. Hex up to Ricky, but it doesn't really matter. Tiny and Whisper pushing top. They take the tower, so trade at top tier 1 tower for a Lion. Not a bad trade.
Structures right now.
And even the mid tower, they might trade a tier 2 for tier 1 at this rate. Mangoboys team not the greatest at taking towers. Spiritbreaker and Earthshaker though are setting up to try and defend this. TP coming in from the Undying and the Venge. Earthshaker blinking, Echo Slam gonna stun. Wisp is gonna fall immediately, not preventing the Tiny from being the same. Avalanche toss, swap coming in, the Tiny put him back, and then the ult from the Spiritbreaker is gonna cause the Tiny to fall. So 2 for 0. They didn't get this tier 2 tower. They got a lot of damage done onto it. It's down to half HP. And they did take the mid tier 1, so decent trade for Mangoboys. We look at the gold actually from that. It's a decent swing in their favor, about
Trouble brewing at Radiant's bottom tower.
a bit 700,000 gold. Ricky's gonna spot out the line. Gonna do some like stun coming onto the line. Spiritbreaker is charging, and Earthshaker's also on the right side to be able to kill this Lion. But Earthshaker's Viper ulted up, so he's actually gonna be unable to blink. Earthshaker's just getting right clicked by Viper. Viper's gonna take him down. One last right click. Lion's still alive. He actually got. No, he didn't even relocate out. He just got healed up, and Clink's actually gonna take the finishing blow on the Spiritbreaker. And Ricky's very low as well. 280 gold, 280 HP. He's building towards that diffusal blade, but he's quite a ways off. He still needs a couple Robe the Magi. Actually, never mind. He's going for
Radiant's bottom tower has been disowned.
Maybe. Dust comes out. He's gonna actually catch Ricky. Ricky's just gonna go bow. Ricky actually denied the tower as I was trying to check his items, so that's why they knew he was there. And they're gonna transition this tier 2 tower right into a Roshan. So good objective-based gaming coming out from Tr14l. Gonna get this really quickly with the Wisp overpower, along with Tiny Eggs and the Death Soul medallion coming off from the flames. That's gonna fall very quickly. We got 20 minutes. That Rosh is gonna fall at. Hasten right up to the Wisp. Clink's gonna go hunting. As we see in the net worth, Tiny, Clink's, Viper, all three top on the net worth for the Dire side. The Earthshaker's just a little bit behind the Viper, but I don't know what Earthshaker. He's actually cut off the Tiny blinks. Bit of an awkward blink. Swap out the Earthshaker. Silence comes out from Ricky as well. Hex is out the Ricky, but they don't really have to take a charge coming in from the Spiritbreaker onto the Wisp. Echo Slam committed in on the Tiny as well. Tiny has Aegis, so he's about to respawn. Down goes Viper actually. Clinks is going to take down the Spiritbreaker. So it's a 1-for-1 trade so far, but Tr14l could look for more. Yeah, actually Clinks goes in his
top tower.
No, not going to go hunting, just going to go push top lane. Top tower is getting some damage put on by these range creeps, and we got Undying going to disconnect. Probably a crash given that we're in Reborn, so he'll be back shortly. Maybe. I hope. I think I need to change my open mic threshold maybe. But test. I don't know. But got a short pause here, and we can try and look at items now. That I can actually box highlight these stationary heroes, because box highlight while they're moving is hard. Tiny is blink eggs, of course. Lion, nope. He has Tranks, Magic Wand, so. But he's saving up for that blink, and he's very, very close, only about 500 gold away. Wisp has a cloak, possibly, yeah, probably Glimmer Cape. He's only 300 gold away. Already checked Tiny, already checked. I guess Viper is the other one, but he's Clinks is for items. He actually has good items so far. I guess his next sort of progression item would be maybe a crit, just to aid in more instant blowing up of heroes. But I'm gonna go Death Pact to creep. Viper is TPing to this top lane, so they're actually just gonna 5-man push this top tower. Actually, Earthshaker and Venge Ricky are smoked up though. They're, I think, looking to get a jungle pick off the out there, but nope, they're pushing top. Dire Courier falls too by the Lion. Zypher gets that kill, I think. Oh no, Dire Courier falls, so probably the Ricky. Maybe Clink's gonna go 2-shot their Spirit Breaker. Ricky's gonna come in. Dust gets popped by the Wisp, but nothing. Stun comes out from the Earthshaker just to slow him down. But they're just gonna keep pushing them. Spirit Breaker's down. The Ricky, who only really has a Yash, he's pretty far behind on items. And Lynx is just gonna unload some damage into this tower. Wave of Terror comes, aggro's the creeps, but not quite enough. Sun comes out on the Lynx. Smoke. Charge. No, not charge. Weird particle I saw that looked like charge. That wasn't.
The
No, they're just gonna back off.
Something about that bottom tower.
Yes. Tower does have this tower that's getting some damage, but who cares? It's tier 1. But Clinks going around. He needs to Death Pact on the creep, I think. Yes, he does. Spirit Breaker could catch him up, but nope. And Spirit Breaker, he does have dust, so we may have been able to spot it out, but not going to be much fallout coming out from the Radiant side. Tiny has that Hyperstone, so probably an Assault Cuirass, possibly a Moon Shard. See where he goes. Wisp has all the items for a Glimmer Cape, but of course that Courier did die. Where did it die? Of course. Oh, okay. It died in the river. Ricky actually kills Clinks. At bottom lane. Relocate Wisp Tiny. Tiny is gonna kill the Ricky. Spirit Breaker could be next. He's gonna get tossed up. One right click to right click. He's gonna charge. Err0r is on him. He's actually charging towards. He was charging towards the Viper, but he blinked away. Viper's coming in. Hex coming on onto your trigger. Stun comes on Lion, but it's a double stun coming out from the Lion. Tombstone gets dropped. Lion fingers the Earthshaker, or Viper's gonna get charged by the Spirit Breaker. Lion's gonna mech. Down goes the dying mech. Tiny's gonna get this stun coming out. Swap on the Wisp actually. Gonna send them on a bit of a loop. Undying, Tiny's gonna actually get a kill on Venge. Toss creep. And Undying could fall. Zypher's gonna blink forward aggressively, but they're just gonna walk away. Oh, nope, they're still gonna keep chasing. Undying ult's gonna end. He's gonna soul rip something. Toss on the Lion. Toss, stun, dead. So 4, I think 5 actually, because Ricky died at the beginning of that fight near the farm. Ricky is here now, invis. He's being sneaky, just sapping some XP, but Wisp could be the target actually. But Ricky doesn't really have that many items. Belt of Strength, so he's just going S and Y at this point, which is probably a safe bet. He's never gonna get a defusal at this point, and that tower's just gonna melt. A stun comes out, creeps. Spirit Breaker's gonna charge. Dust actually gets popped by, I think, the Ricky, but tether away, nothing bad happens. The Tiny does complete the Assault Cuirass. So he's pretty tanky. He's 14-2, which is pretty staggering. He's gonna hit the stack. Thanks. Did go actually go for the Solar Crest, so good item on him. In some ways, poor man's Butterfly, but a little bit better because you actually get some offensive capabilities from it. Wisp still hasn't delivered his Glimmer Cape. He might be, I don't know, but they can still use the Glimmer Cape. Just protect the Tiny. Also of note is Zypher did pick up a gem for his team, so after going pretty greedy for the Blink Dagger, he's gonna go back and grab a decent, good item against, and the Ricky especially. Clink's gonna go aggressive, but they have no stag picks, and they don't have sentries except way back here, but Clink's looking to get aggressive. He wants to go on somebody, but I think, yeah, they're gonna get vision. Oh, this is gonna expire. 5 seconds, so Clink's actually might be okay to go back in. He gets stunned up. Dust gets popped by the Sniper. He's gonna get charged on. Berserker's gonna come in stun. He's just gonna get stun locked. Ult coming out, and the Venge with the value wave, and actually Wisp is gonna fall too mid. But to the Ricky. Ricky's now gonna look towards the people, I think. And charge comes in on the Tiny as well. Tiny's out. Tiny's gonna fall too. So a 3 for 0. Not what Trial and Error looking for a lion hiding in the trees, being like, oh, please God, don't kill me. And he's gonna blink away. They're gonna spot him out from this ward, so Spiritbreaker actually could charge, but he's not. He's just gonna play some wards. But now they see.
The Dire might want to mine
But
their top
this is gonna
tower.
be a free top tier 1 tower for Mangoboys, unless
Them Dire buildings
no, they're
are
not
tough
gonna,
as
they're gonna be
nails for
still
now.
dead.
Dire's top tower's getting beat down. Dire's top tower's gone.
Charge coming on the bottom, or actually mid lane, pardon me, just get some creep clear. Tiny's still dead actually.
Money changes hands.
So still not really any other items coming up from Clinks. He's been sort of at the same item set for a while now. Only has a Solar Crest, Deso, Soul Ring. Oh, the gem. Viper, I guess, got the gem. Now, just gonna take easy D ward. Why did Lion give up to gem? Probably because Lion is vulnerable. But now, place a defensive sentry coming out from the Radiant, but it's just out of range by a small amount. Clink's running on here aggressively. Wave comes in. Waiting for another creep wave, then they're gonna look to engage, I think. Swap in Tiny's side. Charge or ult. Tiny's gonna get charged, but Echo Slam comes in, but not gonna burst. Reeves gets popped by, I think, by someone. The tower is gonna fall. They do have vision to Ricky. Clink's gonna go in, but it's gonna get spotted by the sentry. Stun coming up from Lion, good double stun. But Lion's gonna fall, as is the Clink's. And Viper's just gonna barely get out. He's actually got relocated back to base by the Wisp. I don't think they can fight this, but Wisp might just, yeah, he's just gonna suicide. He does have Glimmer Cape though,
Dyer's mid
and they
tower
actually,
needs a little help.
the sentry that was there got dewarded. Oh, now he got spotted out. But oh no, they don't see him. He's just so sneaky. Oh, he's gonna get away. Great play coming out from Rose. Very sneaky. Good job with the Glimmer Cape and then the TP. Sneaky, sneaky little ball of energy. But I don't know. It kind of went poorly for Tr14l. They did get the tier 3 tower up here top, but just kind of breathed on the ranged barracks. Didn't do much damage to it.
Dyer's bottom tower's getting the business.
But be some good tower for Tiny here, or farm. Pardon. Tiny going for BKB now as well. That's gonna help a lot of his woes, given he's kind of just been crowd controlled to death, like by Spirit Breaker, by the Earthshaker. I need to find Spirit Breaker because I can't box, can't just click at the top. So yeah, Netherstrick's been doing a lot of work too, which BKB won't help against that, but I think it'll cure some of his woes. Roshan fall again really quickly. The Solar Crest plus the Deso. That was like a 5-second Rosh. He's also completed his BKB, but no slots unless he gets rid of his stick, which, yeah, sucks the charges. And here it comes. Radiant just kind of just scared in their own base at this point. This has a regen rune, which could be useful in this next fight. Get a tether down, just heal whoever really fast. Stun coming out on Wisp and the Lion. Stun coming out from the Tiny Avalanche, but nope, just Shadow Blade away. So, oh yeah, of note, Earthshaker did pick up a Shadow Blade recently. Swap coming in. Oh, they swapped the Viper illusion, so got a bit baited there. Got this mid tier 3 tower, pardon me, down to half HP, and they look to the top lane to just creep skip a little bit. Get a stun coming in. Earthshaker Echo Slam on the Wisp. Wisp is gonna get immediately blown up. Tiny's gonna get charged in stun lock, but he does have the Aegis, so he's gonna fall. His team isn't grouping up around him, no, unfortunately. He's just gonna blink away. So his team didn't want to engage on that either. But meanwhile, they lost to Aegis for getting Clinks getting another tier 3 tower. Charge coming on the Clinks. Clinks is dusted up. He's gonna actually go get defused. Clinks is gonna actually just start right clicking, but with tether is not gonna be able to do much. Whips does have relocate. He's gonna stun. Oh, Lion's gonna stun up Ricky. Ricky could fall, but he is gonna fall. Tiny is gonna keep going, trying to go ham on the Spirit Breaker, but not gonna happen. And they're just gonna suck the dying off a little, and they did get the tier 3 tower here, so they could look to just keep going and take a little bit more damage into that base. Stun coming on Undying, Avalanche toss, charging on the Lion. Lion's gonna get charged in. Stun coming out, Blade Hail got popped on. So Lion's really low. He's gonna blink away. Hexed up Earthshaker. Viper is gonna get stunned up. Gonna negative earn charge, charging in onto him. The Viper's gonna fall, and I think that, yeah, that did lose the gem as well. And still no racks falling for M4ngoboys. Shit ton of wards committed here. 2 sentries and obs, I think. But Tiny actually gonna fall up your top. He's gets tethered. Glimmer Cape not gonna happen. Wisp might do enough damage. Not quite enough to actually make it fall. So 2 exposed racks now, but only just able to get a bit under half onto the melee racks here. And top racks are, I guess they got some damage too now as well, but still not quite the breakthrough that Tr14l needs at this point. They were ahead by 15,000 gold, but now that lead has shrunk to only 5,000. So that was with 2 Aegises. They just, even with the Aegis, they just get stun locked to death and can't seem to progress. And Tiny, I think, was saving his BKB until after he lived, but he blinked away and just I think he kind of expected the rest of the enemy team to group up around him, but they wisely saw that they didn't have much more to give to that fight. Smoke up coming from the Dire side. They did get the gem, I think, picked up on... No, the gem was there, but actually, nope, nobody picked it up. Clinks is getting charged on his gem in base. That's on courier. But Clinks is getting charged up, gets hit, he's gonna stun locked. Oh, good triple stun coming up from Cypher. Tombstone's gonna get dropped, Clinks is gonna fall. Echo Slam gonna blow up the Wisp as well. Clinks is gonna fall now too. The Viper, Undying is gonna pop Resolve, so Lion actually fell as well on the back line of the fight. Viper's gonna fall, he's gonna get to stun locked. Tiny's only alive, and so MangoBoy is gonna transition this stun heavy fight into potentially tower. Just gotta get the creep wave back in their favor. Oh, and actually gonna Tiny's gonna try an avalanche. He's gonna get the avalanche off, but he's also gonna get stunned up. Just gonna blink away. Courier coming. Just with a TP school, I think. But yeah, MangoBoy is making this unorthodox stun heavy lineup work out well, getting a lot of crowd control busted out onto the Tr14l heroes and just making it work, which seemed improbable given their sort of early game, but right now it's working out quite well, and Tr14l are having a very, very tough time pushing high ground. Now their ace in their sleeve is that they do have a Tiny Wisp, so the backdoor, the rat game will be strong with them. But Tiny, 2300 gold, he's not really shown much in the way of item progression. Earthshaker's caught back up. He was behind Viper and the Clinks. Now he's 1400 now, 1400 gold now, 14,000, pardon me, net worth. He has a Silver Edge created as well, so it's gonna be really good against the craggy exterior. I don't think that disables Grow. If it does, that's really weird, but even if it disables Craggy, that's a really good item on Earthshaker. And given MangoBoys' team lineup, which is mostly melee, that's another really good item against Craggy. They're gonna smoke up actually inside of the Radiant jungle. They're gonna look. Nope, they're gonna just go all beaky like. As actually the Radiant looks to be grouping up for their smoke of their own. Are they? Venge, do you have a smoke? Yeah, they're grouping up for a smoke of their own, so they could dodge each other's smokes. Drop a sentry. They're sure they don't have any vision. Second sentry just for good luck. And an ops for even better luck. But nope, they were grouped up like they were gonna smoke, but so Radiant's just gonna smoke, and Earthshaker's gonna 4-man Echo Slam, gonna try and burst down the flanks, but Earthshaker's gonna get stunned up by, or hexed up by the line. Viper's gonna caught back, Earthshaker's gonna Nether Strike, gonna take down the line. Wisp has already failed. BKB popped by Tiny, right clicks onto the Earthshaker's Spearbreaker's gonna fall down to the flanks. Avalanche is gonna try and take down Venge is fallen, so Tiny's just standing down, stun up by the Earthshaker. Earthshaker's just gonna keep right clicking. Tiny gonna get gone on by the Ricky. Ricky's actually stunned from the Earthshaker with Enchant Totems, gonna make the Tiny fall, so 5-man wipe for 2 for MangoBoys. And that wave in top lane is pushed out too, so it's gonna take the top tier 2 tower for free. So 3.5k gold swing in favor of MangoBoys in terms of net worth and 5-man wipe. So this game is finally broken even after what looked to be a disastrous early game from MangoBoys, but they've held on and their stun heavy lineup has done some work. They did, however, lose this melee Rax in the mid lane, I think, during that fight. Or pardon me, range Rax, but still this range Rax stands strong. Cypher has been hitting some really good stuns, so in his fights.